Now for the track guide. Before starting, if you want to improve at a quicker pace, check out GITGUDRacing.com. I have a lot of courses that I can help you with. Now going into this track guide itself, for turn 1, of course, we're skipping all the oval part. This is the Monza combined, but for turn 1, you're looking to brake quite early, but this is a car that stops slowly. It also have a lot of horsepower. So our reference for braking will be this building here on the left before the 200-meter board. You see it appearing on the left side. When you're at it with your A pillar, you're going to be applying the brakes, braking very hard in a straight line using 90% brake pressure. Use all this green part on the left side to open up your turn in initially. In second gear, make sure you're cutting this curb almost completely. It feels like you completely go over the curb. You can take a slowdown, but make sure you're finding first the limit, get the penalty, and then dial it down instead of just believing that you can't cut enough. And then putting a bit of throttle in the middle of the chicane, putting the brake back on, that's the moment where you're also steering, and go over the green and orange sausage curb with your left tire. That's perfectly fine. The car will land. It's important when you're landing to bring the steering wheel back to center as quickly as you can, because you will be mounting that curb. You're going to be smashing the throttle. The exit is very important. And you have to accommodate for the landing. If you have a lot of steering wheel angle and you're landing with this throttle applied, the car will basically start to spin or the TC will kick in. So make sure you're avoiding that. And by the way, of course, this was done with a fixed setup, but if you want to improve even quicker in other cars, maybe you're running this car in a league and you want a setup, check Go Setups out. They have amazing setups, and we also have a 10% discount code. But now going into the next corner, you see we're braking at the 150. Slightly past the 150, we are applying the brakes. You don't see the 150, but you have the 200. Here would have been 150, and then smashing on the brakes very aggressively. Once again, 90% brake pressure. It's very similar here. A track with a lot of chicanes. Curb cutting is key. So cutting all the way to grass in third gear. The moment that we're mounting the curb, we should be using the throttle to balance the car out, pushing the throttle aggressively when the car lands. And then just before we take this curb, we're going to do a slight drop in throttle, mount the curb completely. Look how much the car starts to shift its weight because of the curb, and then put the throttle back out using all the tracks. So if you're looking at the telemetry, you will judge this corner by your throttle input. Your throttle input should have a small throttle drop, but you shouldn't drop it to 0 or 20%. Try to drop it to 50 or more, and then push the throttle back in. Now the next corner around here, reference for braking will be this orange dot and this tree. You're gonna be braking before the tree, and you are also looking at this orange part of the wall, but you're braking way before it. So close to this tree, applying the brakes, apexing very late at this orange part on the wall right here. You should be pressing the throttle quite aggressively, using all the space, and now heading towards the next corner. Reference for braking is before the 50-meter board. So one car length before the 50, applying the brakes, going into fourth gear, and make sure you're cutting this curb. In this attempt here, we're not cutting it, but we're losing a lot of time. So you can go over that curb and still help the car rotate, still smash the throttle. So don't avoid that curb. It happened that we couldn't hit it this lap. We had a little bit of understeer, but try to get it in your run. Now, going into the last chicane of the track, reference for braking here will be beginning of this bridge here, or this building. Slightly before it, you're going to be braking in a straight line, 80%, close to 90%. Use this curb on your way in to open up the track. Go into third gear the moment that you start turning, a little bit earlier than your initial turn in, and then mount these curbs, just like that. Go completely over them. When you're cutting them, push the throttle back in. Your goal will be to quickly upshift to fourth and get to close to 80% throttle before you have to do this maintenance throttle, so that you can mount this curb and keep a tire on the right side of the curb, just like that. Then go to 100% throttle, completely cut this curb right here, use all this space, and now we're heading towards the last corner of the track. Pretty tricky. This one leads to a big straight, so super important to nail it. Our reference for braking will be here on the left side. At the beginning of the green, we start applying the brakes. We'll go to fifth, and what we want here is to take a late apex. See this building right here, we'll apex past it. So 5th gear, 4th gear, staying in 4th, now we're at the building, and past it you will see this light pole here, this one, slightly before it, so after the building, but before this light pole, you're going to be applying the throttle quite aggressively and make sure your left tire hits this white line. It can even hit this curb and still be fine. And now you're heading towards the oval part, so this will be quite a long run. So I hope you have a great week, this one with a Ferrari. I hope the races will be good. And if you want to improve at a quicker pace, GITGUDRacing.com, go setups. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Bye bye.